If you live in Africa, you don't plan your day around time. You plan it around electricity. You wake up early, not because you are disciplined, but because power might disappear. You cook early, you iron early, you charge everything early. And when the light goes off, nobody asks why. We just say you should have prepared. This is what energy poverty really looks like. Not darkness, but planning for darkness. It is not the blackout that breaks you. It is the anticipation of it. Your mind is always calculating. Should I cook now or wait? Should I save fuel? Should I turn this off in case power goes? This constant calculation is invisible in reports, but it lives loudly in your body. And here is the dangerous part. At some point, we stopped seeing this as a failure of systems and accepted it as a personal responsibility. Now, let me tell you the story that is told about Africa. They say millions have been electrified, access rates are improving, progress is being made. And on paper, it looks good because the definition of electricity access is simple. A connection exists. That is it. It's not about reliability or affordability or usability, just connection. So yes, you may be counted as electrified, but if you still live your life preparing for darkness, what exactly do you have? Here is the uncomfortable truth. Africa is not energy poor. Africa is energy lied to. We are told the grid is coming, stability is improving, and patience is required. But what is really happening is this. The system has normalized unreliability and then measured success without it. Imagine a water system that works twice a week and still calls you water secure. You wouldn't accept that. Yet with electricity, we've been trained to accept less and call it progress. This lie has consequences because unreliable power doesn't just affect comfort, it shapes destiny. A student who can't study consistently, a business that cannot scale, a clinic that can't store vaccine, or a creator who can't produce. Skills are wasted. Ambition is shrunk, not because people lack talent, but because systems lack honesty. And the most dangerous outcome are young people stop dreaming locally and start dreaming of escape. Not migration as ambition, but migration as survival. Let me say something clearly. Africa's energy systems were not designed for households. They were designed for extraction, designed for mines, for ports, for industries, for colonial economies. The grid was never about lighting every home. It was about powering what could be exported. So when we talk about transitioning these systems, we must be honest. You cannot transition a system that never centered people without first redesigning it. Otherwise, you just paint the same injustice green. Now here is what the world is missing. Africa already lives in the future everyone is now talking about. We have hybrid systems, backup generation, solar plus storage plus grid. This is not backwardness. This is forced innovation. So the problem is not that Africa lacks solution. The problem is that global energy models still treat Africa as a recipient, never as a designer. And until Africa's lived reality shapes the transition will keep failing the people it claims to help. So let me leave you with this thought. If a system calls you connected, but forces you to live in preparation for failure, is that access or is that survival? Remember, the future of energy in Africa will not be decided by target. It will be decided by whether reality is finally allowed into the room.